Hey guys, so today I'm going to talk to you about silver status, particularly with United Airlines, but from what I've read, research I've done with most of the major airlines, a lot of what I'm going to cover is interchangeable and is about the same. This is not sponsored by United or anything like that. This is my 1 year review of getting silver status with United and what I've learned, the good, the bad, the ugly. But for the TLDR generation, is silver status worth it? Yes, silver status is worth it. So let's start with how to get silver status. It comes down to PQP, Premier Qualifying Points, and PQF, Premier Qualifying Flights. PQP is only the flight and upgrades. So if you like the United shopping portal to gain points, if you book hotels through United or any of the partnerships, unfortunately that does not count. Flights do count. Reward flights don't count. You didn't pay anything for them, so it's kind of obvious. And upgrades count, which we'll get into later. If you paid for to go to a business class or premium economy, that will count. PQF, so the premier qualifying flights. Okay, that is the amount of takeoffs and landings, meaning I'm going to New York in March, but I have a connection in Chicago. So that doesn't count as one flight, that counts as 2 flights. So if you are going to be getting premier status, if you want to get to that level, I would never ever do this normally. But if it's the end of the year and you're only at, I think it's 12 PQFs for the next year, double check me on that. But let's say you're at 10 PQFs and you've got a direct flight from Phoenix to Las Vegas. Well, I would actually be crazy and I would do the connection in Los Angeles to Las Vegas just to get that extra flight in. At the beginning of the year, don't really worry about that, go the best way. But towards the end of the year, if you haven't gotten your PQFs in, it's time to start thinking crazy. It's time to start thinking outside of the box to get that status. And that status will last the next year. So I got Premier Silver sometime in October last year, and it's lasted me all of 2022, and we'll get into 2023 later on. So let's go over the benefits of Premier status when you get it. So one of the big ones initially, and still is good, is the boarding group. You will be in boarding group 2. For me, I don't check bags. I always do a carry-on, so it's great to be in boarding group 2 because sometimes you run out of room in the overhead bins there. So that was nice. It did change, like at the beginning of 2022, travel was just getting kind of re-rolling again from COVID and whatnot, and there was maybe 10 people in boarding group 2. Now, I've been on flights where I'm not kidding you, I feel like more than half the plane is in boarding group 2. So it's still a good benefit, but it's changed a little bit. It'll depend on your flight, and that can all vary. They have priority screening. I don't even know what that is. I mean, that might be at like a smaller airport. I have no idea what that benefit is. So whatever, take it or leave it. Now I said, I don't normally check bags, but if you do check bags, this is going to be a big one. You get free check bags with the status. And as things are getting more and more expensive at the airlines, that is, that has been a huge benefit. Flight change, same day flight changes. Another huge benefit for me. I had some pretty crappy flights, the times weren't ideal, and I got real lucky because it was 24 hours before the flight. I go on my United, change it, perfect. I changed a connecting flight to a direct flight. I already had the PQFs, and it made it much more convenient. So that's totally a nice benefit. Next one is there's partner memberships. So you get, I'll cover this one, for instance, Avis. There's a couple hotel partnerships too. You're supposed to get discounts or whatever, but you get a partnership with Avis. I forgot what the name of their program is. But this was not a really good one for me because every time I used my silver status with Avis, it ended up not being worth it. And I went with another rental car company anyway. Might be different for you. Maybe you're also a member with Avis. Maybe you double down points. I don't know. But for me, that one wasn't worth it. Now let's get to the big thing. Your seat. For starters, if you're with a group, you travel with a partner, you get to pick your seats and you don't have to pay for them. Only exception would be basic economy. For basic economy, you are not allowed to choose a seat and they'll still seat you where they want. But normal economy, you don't pay extra for the seats. So instead of sitting in row 40, you could sit in row 15 with you and your travel companion. And as you get to higher levels, they let you book even more people. You get priority seats. This does not mean business class. On some flights, it was the exit row for me, but it's generally the nicer seats, just kind of more up front, and it's not the middle seat if you're traveling by yourself. Now on a small plane where there's no business class, you could sit in row 1, seat 1, no extra charge, did a few of those, absolutely beautiful. The next thing with seating, this is initially a good thing, but ended up being a huge disappointment if I had to make one complaint. The upgrades. This is probably the reason you clicked on the video. I got upgraded to business class twice. Initially, there was a flight from Guam to Hawaii, which was nice because it was a long flight, and there was like maybe a short flight. Maybe I got upgraded twice or 3 times. But I would not say to count on the upgrades. The upgrades I got early on, I think, were because travel was just picking up, so I had some luck. I've not been upgraded since the spring. And then this is the most disappointing part, and this is nothing against United. I didn't read the small print, but you will not be upgraded on an international flight, which, is terrible. I was flying from Chicago to Brussels, 12-hour flight. I had paid for premium economy because in case I didn't get upgraded, I kind of wanted like the nicest seat. And premium economy is cool too. Maybe I'll do a video about that down the line. But the night before, I was getting pretty excited. Half of business class was empty. I was like, this is the time. I'm ready to get upgraded. And I didn't get upgraded. I didn't read the fine print. You don't get upgraded. And even more disappointing, you don't even upgrade to premium economy. There were 16 seats in premium economy, and half of them were filled. And I'm looking at my friends and my silver status friends in the back. I'm like, oh, they're not going to get upgraded to premium. I'm not going to get upgraded to business. So don't bank on that upgrade. However, all that being said, I do still think silver status is worth it. It has been a great thing for me, and there's probably some other benefits I didn't touch on, but I think I hit the big things. Exciting news, this year I have flown so much with United that assuming I make my December 19th flights to Argentina, I'm going to be upgraded to gold. We'll see how it goes. So hopefully this year, next year, same time, I will give you my 1 year review of gold status. But as far as silver status, it's been a great year, and if it's in range for you, your normal airport, convenient flights, places you normally go regularly, I totally recommend it. Well worth it. Hope this video helps you guys today. I'll see you next time.